Welcome to your daily focus, March the 9th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So today, March the 9th. Okay, first of all, it's a full moon. We better get that out front here so that we think about the energy of the full moon as we talk about the numerology. Now, the nine is the hermit. The nine is, taking stock of where you are and where you want to go forward and how you're actually going to get there. So, yeah, strategy and plan are so important. Get a piece of paper today. Write down just a couple of bullet points of what you want to step into, what you want to create, what you want to transform in your life or in yourself, in your environment, in your relationships going forward. If we add up the numerology for the day, it's a 16, and the 16 is making the impossible possible. It's seeing the way forward. Now we also have Mercury going stationary direct today. So that means that we're going to be going through this period over the next couple of weeks where the answers that weren't available to us come through. We start to get the knowledge. We start to get the understanding. We start to get the communication going in order to really move forward in a way that we have wanted to. So know over the next 2 weeks, it's been a hard Mercury retrograde. At least it's been for me, my goodness. So now we are going through this. So with the Mercury retrograde, we went through the energy one time. We went through this exact energy. Well, not exact, but the energy. And then we come back through and we go past where we were when we started let's start that again. I haven't been feeling good today, so they promised me they'd be with me to help me here. We go forward, but then we go into retrograde and we come back and we swing back, and then we go forward again. So this is our third time now that we are walking this path. So the answers to our questions. So this is a day maybe to sit and contemplate, especially with the 9 energy, sit and contemplate where we're at. What stands in our way? What's going to allow us to move forward? What information do we seek? What conversations do we need to have? If we add the 1 and 6 together, it is a 7. That is standing in your truth. And the full moon is in Mercury. Full moon is in Mercury. Full moon is in Virgo. Full moon is in Virgo, 9 degrees as well. So that 9 is very much the energy of the next couple of weeks about how we need to sit in quiet, sit in contemplation, and devise a strategy, devise a plan of where we want to go. And when we start to devise this plan, when we start to grow this strategy of ours, we start to see what things have held us back, where we need more information. And so full moons are wonderful for that kind of stuff, because full moons is more of preparing the way. Okay, preparing the fields for our springtime planting of the seeds. So look over the next 2 weeks as getting the soil prepared, making sure there's no rocks or debris, and you're putting the mulch in, you're putting the fertilizers in, you're working up that ground, because that's where you're going to be planting the seeds. So you want to create the environment, the thought, the mindset of where you want to go and how you want to take those steps. We have the sun in Pisces, and Pisces energy really is one where we're not doing as much as we are dreaming. So it's all beautiful energy today to really help us move into the directions that we want. We could find that we are, over the next couple of weeks, completing things that we have started during the last new moon cycle, those little goals that we set for ourselves, and seeing how we've actually taken steps. And obviously, the moon is in Virgo, not Mercury. Virgo. Let's see what our cards have to say. Look at this. The Four of Wands appears. The Four of Wands is marriage, proposals, partnerships. So this is where we come together with who helps us, who supports us, who loves us, who makes us stronger, who complements our talents, our personality. We could be looking at what we've built to this point. Absolutely. This doesn't necessarily mean somebody new is coming into your life. Chances are it's a current relationship. And this card talks about celebrating that relationship, loving that person, supporting that person, understanding how you've grown as a person and as two people, or as a crowd in groups and work and environment settings and community settings. Temperance. Temperance is all about the balance, finding the right, it's baking a cake. You can't just throw a bunch of flour and water and throw in a couple of eggs and beat it all together and expect to have that perfect cake. It comes from measuring. And here we are, and we're taking our two goblets and we're pouring the energies back and forth until we have it just right. So where do we overdo in our lives? Where do we underdo in our lives? And that could be our performance, that could be our energy, that's how we use our time, that's how we use our finances, that's how we give our love. So where have we been burning the candle at both ends? Where have we been kind of ignoring life completely and hiding out during those times when we really need to be in the game? Where do we do too much in our lives? Where do we need to pull it back a little bit? And where do we need to push it forward? Drive up the energy, the commitment perhaps. Now, the 14 is an energy that says you have more by having less. And the Virgo moon definitely helps us. And since it's a full moon, it'll help us over the next couple of weeks, understanding what truly has value in our life and what does not have value in our life. What needs to go? What needs to come in? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Where do we put our focus? And the numerology of the day is the 7. Where do we have our focus, our attention? Is it on somebody else's agenda? Is it on our own? Are we focusing on our health and well-being, our routines, our goals, our desires, our dreams? Do we need to? Do we need to make adjustments to where we are putting our focus, where we are putting our attention? Do we need to take that time as the hermit to pull in and understand how we need to keep that focus and what we can do maybe on a daily basis in order to bring that focus into being so that we can have that bumper crop? Look at this, 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Joy, celebration, happiness. So once again, we could be celebrating somebody else in our life and the combination of me plus you. And what kind of energy that brings out. What kind of ambitions does that bring out? What kind of fantasies does that bring out? What kind of joys and celebration does that bring out? What kind of misgivings? When we recognize them, we can deal with them. When we sweep them under the carpet, they just get bigger, okay? They don't go away. They're still there. They're still under the carpet. If you keep doing that, the carpet's just going to be lumpy and it's not going to be nice at all, is it? So deal with it. I think this is beautiful energy, especially with Mercury finally going stationary direct. Now, over the coming weeks, communication can clear up so many areas of our life because we'll have the wisdom. And we've had time to really think about the situation at hand and how we want to have that conversation about it, what we are going to say, how we are going to say it, how we want them to receive it. So definitely today would be a day, especially if you have those conversations and you want this beautiful happily ever after, that you can think it through, write it down first, say it aloud, say it to yourself in the bathroom mirror. See if you believe you. See if you're being too harsh or too kind. Seeing where that true balance is, right? It's really about that true balance. When was that? A couple of weeks ago. It was all about the balance. And then I kind of tapered off a little bit. But here we are today, looking at the balance in our life, where we are putting the attention, where we are putting the focus, where we are allowing our drive to be, where we are dropping the ball on ourselves, where we need to get into alignment again, into balance again, where we have been overdoing, over purchasing, overstating, over indulging, and where we have been pulling away, not meeting our commitments, our obligations. One more card. The Knight of Cups. You know what? But two cards were lifted up, so I have to be honest here. The Knight of Cups with the Three of Wands. Now, they would have been this way in the deck, so let's keep them as they were meant to be. The Knight of Cups, the knight in shining armor, appears in your life. You are the knight in shining armor, so if you're looking for love, this could be a day for it, or, full moon energy lasts for a couple of weeks, so this is about happiness, joy. This is having the picnic by the stream under the apple tree with the little wicker picnic basket and the cute little plaid blanket laid out and everything in cute little containers. Listening to the birds, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the shade, and just enjoying the moment. Not worried about tomorrow, not upset about yesterday, but just being in the moment. And when we can finally let all those things drop, those worries, those concerns, those fears, those anxieties, then we have the Three of Wands and we can really look objectively at where we want to go and how we want to get there. Now, the Three of Wands is we are not making a decision. We are definitely not making a decision here, but we are thinking it through. We are looking at it from different viewpoints, different information pulled in, pulled out, tweaking it a little bit. What can I do differently? Can I move it faster? Do I want to move it faster? Can I move it slower? Do I want to move it slower? And we'll move to each one of these wands and pose our question. So meditation, contemplation, absolutely all good things. Now I've got this beautiful mystical wisdom deck that I have borrowed from my friend. She offered and I just could not refuse. So we're doing this deck for this week. I have to give it back, but I'll have my own very soon. Sensuality again. Express your sensuality. So we're back to the sensuality. Virgo is very much a beautiful, sensual energy. Virgos are very everything in its place. and feeling the harmony and the balance because things are in its place. So, if anything, Virgo creates this beautiful harmony throughout the world for us all to appreciate, for us all to feel in balance. And when we're looking at Virgo, I mean, it could be organization, absolutely. Getting rid of the clutter, absolutely. Virgos are very much of, does this belong? Does this have value? Does this have worth? Does this help me? And if it's no to any of those, it's out. It's gone. And full moon energy does allow us to do that. Now, when we're looking at the sensuality, you can have a beautiful room, that little comfy room of yours, but if it's piled high with old newspapers and magazines and yesterday's mail, and there's a plate from the kitchen still there and an empty cup, and it doesn't look comforting. It doesn't look as sensual, as romantic, as inviting as it could. So maybe this is a little bit about realizing the sensuality of yourself, the beauty of yourself, the harmony of yourself, the balance within yourself. And where have we teeter-tottered in that energy? And what do we need to do to bring ourselves back into a perfect harmony, a perfect balance? And we'll see what the book has to say here, because I know I'm way off from the book on that, but that's what I got. So that's what I got. Express your sensuality. Being a sensual person means you have a heightened sense of awareness to touch, taste, smell, hearing, and feelings. Sensuality plays a big part in our sex life and our overall ability to derive pleasure from life. You like to take advantage of what life has to offer and live with love and passion. You are also eager to experiment in life. You can make great discoveries of mind, body, spirit, fulfilling your desires, enjoying the ultimate contact with another. Sensuality embodies all the qualities of self-awareness, including your uniqueness, your authenticity within your own comfort zone. Express your sexuality in your own way and rediscover your own vitality. And the mantra is, I live life to the fullest with passion and love. I live life to the fullest with passion and love. Each and every day, I live life to the fullest with passion and love. What a beautiful mantra to have for our full moon mantra. And we'll get an animal card here. So we could be looking at our routines, our health and well-being, our environments, getting rid of the clutter. We went from -10 to +10 in 3 days here, and that's Celsius, so I'm not sure what that would be in Fahrenheit. Because your 34 is R0. Hello, Milo. This is becoming a regular. Oh, I see you've been playing with Dylan there. Yes. What happened here, huh? That's Dylan's fur. Yeah. Yeah. What were you doing? Are you a good boy? Are you? Is it time for bed? Yeah. No. No, you go down now. Yep. You're so clumsy, aren't you? Okay, our animal card for today is stand up for yourself. The flamingos. Stand up for yourself. So that 7 energy shows up within our animals to stand in your truth. I'm not talking to you. No, I'm not talking to you. No. So flamingo. power, visionary, heart chakra, assertiveness, water, and healing. Every time you don't follow your inner guidance, you feel a loss of energy, a loss of power, and a sense of spiritual deadness. The color pink on the flamingo is symbolic of love and the heart chakra. Flamingo's legs are wiry but strong, and flamingo tells us that in matters of the heart, you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for. It's time for you to stand up for yourself with your head held high. You don't have to hurt anyone's feelings. However, you've hurt yourself, or allowed others to hurt you long enough. Now is the time for you to allow yourself to heal by being assertive and speaking your needs and concerns. You can do it verbally, you can write it down, but know that you have the power as long as you name yourself master to it. I think I've been talking about being that alpha energy for the last 3 or 4 days now. So once again, right? So long as you name yourself the master of it. If you're going through something tough, reach out to friends and family. Know that you have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet and survive after the dust is cleared, because you've done it before. You thought you'd never make it through, and here you are, as a statement to just how strong and beautiful you are. The energy of your life may be shaking, and it's causing people to act irrational, hide, scream, and cry. Some may be even exiting your life. Then there's the one who are entering your life and helping you with the future life game plan. So know that, as we have, I think it's Dylan's hair, not Milo's. As we go through this full moon energy, yes, some people may leave and new people will come. But know that you've got this. Know that you can stand on your own 2 feet. We have the Pisces energy with the Virgo energy, and it's really about a balance between the dream and a balance between the dream and the doing. And where have you been dreaming too much? Where have you been doing too much? And finding that middle sense, that middle ground, that middle balance, so that you can do things with a beauty, with a harmony going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.